going to start out with a composition of mine called Electric Dreams.
I met Gary Becker, Jason's dad, when I was a herb tea distributor. And I was also running concerts on the side. And he said, my son Jason, he's 13 years old, and he's quite a great guitar player. I want you to come over and watch him play sometime. Maybe he could play one of your open mics or one of your shows. So a year later, when he was a whopping 14 years old, I went over to the Becker house and I sat on the couch, and in comes Jason with his long metal hair, and he had dog collars on his wrist, and I just thought, oh my God, what did I get myself into here? And he brought in his amp, and it was about 3 feet from my face, and I'm thinking, can I put my fingers in my ears? Would that be rude? And I sat back getting ready to get blasted by the sound, but instead, no, he launches into a Bach fugue with the volume knobs going ooh, 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 and all like that, and it morphed into this speed metal thing. Well, I just realized I was in a room with a genius, with a virtuoso at age 14. Initially, he would just go and play the things that he knew when he was 13 and 14 years old. But as he got more comfortable with playing in front of people, he started incorporating some theatrical bits into his show.
He wasn't the kind of kid that had a practice routine. It was just always there, and it was always on him. He'd come to dinner with a guitar on him and play during bites. He bought a little guitar for the car so that when he stopped at red lights, he could practice. He'd fall asleep with the guitar on top of him and wake up playing.
I used to always want to jam with like Gary, but Gary had an art career, so that was his priority, I think. And when Jason started getting into the guitar, I'd say, well, Jason, you want to go over and play some guitar? Every time, yep. So that turned into 3 or 4 times a week. He'd come over and play it. He could go all night.
Peculiar cat, you know. Meeting Jason was a trip because we were in a predominantly black neighborhood. And to see Jason was like,